Cobra, I'm on the Unit Elite right now. I'm gonna do a radio swap out quick while the camera's running. I'm gonna get on that 148 that we heard last night. I revamped the whole thing this afternoon, so you let me know what you think the difference is, okay?
Yeah, I went online to check it out, but you didn't upload it. But I'll do that. I'll be out here all night till about 7 in the morning.
Oh, no, sir. Those videos are out there, bro. They're on CH19. Listen, they're on CH19 night radios. And they're also on, I think, Nemesis radio. But yeah, man, I got like 7 or 8 channels there. So if you go through Richie Radio 127, you can unlock all the channels. Let me swap radios out here, bro. Hey, how about it, freight train? Yeah, how about it, freight train? Let me back this mic getting down a little. Yeah, okay. I don't know, man. I'm not really tuned up for this radio, but that same radio last night. I'm gonna give you the mic gain settings again. You tell me the difference, because I know you remember. That same Cobra 148 I gave y'all a piece of last night. Okay, we got full bore Richie Skip Shoot. You know how I like to rock and roll full. We got about 4 o'clock there. We got about 3 o'clock right there. We got about 2 o'clock right there. We got about 1 o'clock right there. And we got straight up 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Okay, I'm going to rock it out again. Okay, 12. 2. 3. Full bore, baby. How we sounding out there, freight train? No, sir. You want to hear it barefoot? I don't think you're going to be able to hear it, but right now I got the mic full open and I got it through my driver. The driver's now off. Here's the radio barefoot. Barefooting. Just the radio by itself, and I'm going to give you the mic gain. It's full bore right now. Full bore. Right about there is 3 o'clock. Right about there is 1 o'clock. Right about there is 12 o'clock. Let's go. Yes, sir, I'm selling this radio. Okay, here come the driver. The mic's full open. Boom, the driver's on now. The microphone is full bore all the way up on that dynamite. Here we go, I'm backing it down. There we go, full Richie Skip mode. Boom, 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 3 o'clock. Boom, 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 2 o'clock. Boom, 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 12 o'clock. What you want, baby?
1 o'clock. Wow, sounds real nice, man. I don't even think you need to touch anything. You did an excellent job, man, from yesterday, from last night. That's why the radio sounds good.
Well, nah. What I did was, when I first got it, wait, let me put it where I want to run it. Hold on. Let me set this shit right. I run a certain way, and I know the box ain't tuned up right now, but I'm not touching my tune on the box, so I got it set for my 78. All right, freight train. Right about here, would be my desired run level. Don't know what it sounds like, but if I was going to keep it, I'd be rocking it like this. Or like this the whole time, Roger? Freight Train, I'm not going to lie to you, Freight Train, but I do this nut plucker in every radio I put my hands in, bro. Now, a couple of clowns out there go, nah, man, that's just fucking Uniden. Well, that's why I make the video gate, and watch this. My Uniden 7A, watch, here we go, Freight Train, just a little show and tell. Oh, Richie Radio, get up, Richie, get up. Yeah, that sounded like my 78. I'm letting you know I'm not a hit and miss technician. There was 8 other hands in this radio. I had to do something I only had to do 3 times yet, and that was break out the spectrum analyzer, because I wanted to make sure before I did my tune-up, I wanted to make sure every fucking can and every variable and every goddamn canister was set to Sam Photo Fax factory stock. And I'm not going to lie, I started it last night, man. I started going down the Sam's rack, going down to the alignments, and I started it last night. I went to sleep. I woke up in the middle of the night. I'm going to tell you, as far as setting cans, hooking up and tuning things and turning and taking readings, this radio's got about 3.5 hours. When I got to pull the spectrum analyzer out, you know I'm going to be busy for a while, and it's not going to be a walk-in, walk-out job. That one will take a day, 2 or 3. Yes, it will. Richie Radio with this Cobra 148 GTL that used to belong to a man on Channel 34 named Mr. Malcolm X. Just a little audio drive. He said there was too many hands in it. And, well, here's my finished product. And my box ain't tuned for it, nut plugger. But the first one that comes through the door with $127 straight up gets this Cobra 148 night watch with the sideband, the upper and lower channels, and I gear it to any box you want to put it behind. I got it set right now for high drive. People can say what they want. I know how radio control and all the way back, so you don't have to tell me. I trust in you. People can say what they want behind the mic. I hear it all the time. And I don't give a shit what people say. I know you, and I know how good you are. Or I wouldn't say it, because I don't lie. So, it's simple as that. If you can hear my radio, that's the way I feel. The radio sounds fantastic. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Geez, you just said radio control, Freight Train. Radio control, Freight Train. Last night we had somebody out here calling me RC. And you know what? That cat that was out there calling me RC last night, you see in the Channel 19 video gates, Dave Pugsley, talking on a Galaxy 99 I did 15 years ago. Well, you got to see when I made him raise the mic all the way up. That's just an example, but you know, you said radio control, Freight Train. That was my first CB shop at the bottom of Route 80's exit ramp 28, man. Right at the bottom of the ramp in the great big Landon's Plaza shopping mall, Roger? I had it. Sounded real good. Everything you're saying was quite a few years ago. And like I said, you know, people say what they want on the radio, but I know better. You don't have to go through all that with me. You know better than that. Actually, I didn't, but I'm glad I do now. I'm glad I do now, man. I'm glad that, you know, you've been with me, shit, from my first CB shop and my first extravaganza in that big Landon Plaza shopping mall. Nice. That was the one in 90. We opened that in 94, man. That was a 94 joint, because they had to tie me up and keep me busy and keep me out of moving around and behind a radio counter for that whole Barnes & Noble thing, man. That whole Barnes & Noble settlement with the fake fucking hair and the whole nine and all that other shit. Well, you know, I'm not allowed to talk about that because the FBI, who are supposed to be the big dogs in this fucking game, they're a bunch of bought pay pieces of shit. And, you know, as long as the money's right, the murder don't mean shit. Neither does the scams. Richie Radio, I'm back in my quiet bush.
Yeah, you know, John, when it's people saying riots, that, all this other bullshit. I've been out here 47 years, man. I know better. But that's the thing you've always been on the radio. But you can always say this. You got a door there at 194, and nobody's knocking on it. That's all behind the radio. So, they can say what they want. Words don't mean shit.
Well, they are knocking on my landlord's office door in the island, and they are beating down his telephone. And like that fag, Nicky Botts, the RDX leader, the owner of Mall Dropper, said the other night, I'm tired of calling your landlord. All he does is yes me to debt. That's right, because the person who's trying to convince him that I am, that's not the type person him and his staff and the people in this building witness. So I guess you could say, yeah, you know, he's got a little problem with me, that, you know, this war put me behind, but he knows one thing, and he heard it from people that don't even know me or associate with this place, that he knows in other circles, tell him, yo, that cat Richie is no joke. That is the boss of the CB radio in the tri-state. Okay? The major players right there, the Sound King, the best sounding shit. All those fucking 90 to Millennium key downs. That was all Richie sound behind that rocket out there.
That's just all jealousy, Rich. It's all jealousy, that's all. And that radio sounds super fantastic. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm talking about. And anybody can say whatever they want to. I'm out here all the time. They can say what they want, it doesn't bother me. I stay positive. I don't care what anybody says. But yeah, you did a real good job on that radio, man. I spoke to somebody even a couple of weeks ago on one of the radios you worked on. That fucking radio was screaming, man. He's doing a lot of fucking bragging about you. So you have enemies, you have other people that love you, whatever. That's just the way the world goes. You take it or leave it.
I ain't mad at them. But, you know, what's going to hurt them even more is that their mad and hatred for me has nothing to do with things I've done. It has to do with their fear and insecurities and their jealousies. Or the fear that, you know, they're thinking they're number one and they really turn out to be number two. You know, to a lot of these cats, I'm the new Jack out here. They never heard of me. They don't know anybody who knows me. They have no idea. Like, yo, Silver Shark put it one night on that airwave, bro. I swear, I don't think anybody said it better. We were discussing what was going on. He says, Richie, he goes, they have no fucking idea that you are the godfather of the CB radio. Now, that's a man on a base station in Jersey that they've been talking to every night on a channel that they say they never heard of me and I don't belong on. That's not my home channel, being Channel 20. So I guess we know that they started their reminiscence or whatever it is, their radio lives on that frequency after my mobile went down in 2004, because that was the last time I ever put my voice up in the airwaves until the day I keyed my shit over this bass stick 5 months ago. A little trick I learned from my soon-to-be wife. My soon-to-be little wife up there in Chester, New Jersey that everybody thinks is in Nigeria. Yo, I want to see your ebony eyes. You know? I guess you know what you're robbing yourself. You know, people get jealous. You know what I'm saying? You step on them, they can't talk, they can't say nothing when you key it up, trying to say just to play around. I tell you, it makes no sense, whatever you're saying. I hear you all the time. But it's just like a car, you know, people get jealous. You know how people are. It's that simple. And they can't get a radio like that. So, they can say what they want. I hear them out there all the time. It don't matter. It's just one big word, and that's jealousy. Remember that, Rich? You ain't a stupid man. You know the deal. Yeah, but Freight Train, I told them all before. I said, yo, don't do it, man. I says, because here's going to be the final outcome. The only thing is, I didn't foresee it leaving me with any damage, because my hands and brain just ain't used to that. But, you know, hey, you know, it's no big deal, you know. I will prevail, as we know. because I told them the whole story, the whole ending, the ending before they even thought about it. Now, yo, when we revert back, when we go retroactive to this little thing, was Richie ever wrong? Did I say anything that's not true?
And another thing, whatever you do in your life is your business. I don't hear you getting out there doing saying all that shit. I know you get back to people that want to put you down, but I never heard you out there calling people names if they didn't bother you. You come out here and do your thing. You want to fuck around, you fuck around. For CB Radio. I do it myself. Take it or leave it. You don't like it? Shut up the radio.
To the left. I'm gonna pull a J on him and go, yo, B, like B tell you, to the left.
Roger that, man. I'm dealing with this traffic down here in downtown, so I'm working my way to Woodbridge. I'll be out here all the way to the point, Johnny. I'll be hearing you for sure. And like I said, once it's simple, the radio sounds superb with capital S.
Roger D's. No, superb is gonna be a feat when, you know, like after I'm married and shit, because I gotta figure, she said she was never gonna collaborate with anybody, man. She collaborated with Jay because she knows how I love Jay. So I gotta figure after the wedding, it ain't gonna be long before I get Jay out here TXing from the penthouse with a serious motherfucking AL82, and you know, I write sound and station, and they go, who's that? I go, Jay-Z. They go, yeah, alright, that'll be the day. And then, you know, God forbid they ever decide to meet the cat, and be like, yo, that's really Jay motherfucking Z. Alright, Freight Train, I'm going to put this video gate to an end, Freight Train. You have a blessed night. When I come back on, I will not be on this Cobra 148. But hey, the first one to the CB shop door, I'm going to give you different mic levels right now. The first one to the CB shop door with $127, $127 gets this Cobra 148 Night Watch with the upper and lower channels in there, and it's upper and lower side, and hello, gotta go.